and you're still moaning. Oh my days! What is wrong with you people? I just can't do this. It's just like, there's not even any point anymore. I mean, like, why? What is wrong with these people? I think these are the worst reviews yet. I'm actually really cross. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this video out. There might be some swearing, guys. There won't, I promise. That's a sick comment, review, whatever that. I can't. Your opinion is irrelevant. They're not going to redo the film for you, are they? Just ring David Yates up. Excuse me, everybody get their clobber back on. We're refilming, and this person has re-scripted it, and David Yates will give you the floor. Yeah, didn't think so. Hello Poppets! Oh, welcome back to my channel. Today, you've seen the thumbnail, it's that time again. We're going to roast some people. We are now on Deathly Hallows Part 1. We are reading the 1-star reviews and telling these people off because they clearly have no taste. First things first, if you're new, this is just a bit of fun. Don't take it seriously. Or do. I'm only joking. Or am I? I'm not really roasting these people, or am I? Anyway, yes, we're going to have some fun. We're going to roast some people. We're coming to the end, guys. There's Deathly Hallows Part 1. That come out right? You know what I mean? And then, obviously, Deathly Hallows Part 2, and then we're done. We might have to do Fantastic Beasts as well. We have to do Fantastic Beasts, because I think they will be interesting. Excuse me. So yeah, if you want to see me roast some people, then keep on watching. And if this is the first time you are seeing this face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you love anything to do with Harry Potter, then this is the place for you. Join the magic and mayhem, hit subscribe because I told you to. And also a massive thank you to my channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. Anyway, let me pull them up and get my glasses on. I am ready. Okay, Lee, let's start with you. Oh, Lee. If you've read all the Harry Potter books, then you should know that, as the series went on, they essentially became an allegory of a totalitarianism. Certainly one can see that in Harry Potter... This was never for you. Never for you. Certainly one can see that in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint and Emma Watson reprised their roles as Harry, Ron and Hermione respectively. The three are now having to live almost in secret due to the almost... takeover of the Wizarding World by Lord Voldemort. Minions. In fact, while the three are undercover in the office building, the factory looks like something out of... Oh, no, we're not going to carry this on. Anyway, yeah, I don't think this is for you, Lee. I really don't. Okay. Okay, I can't pronounce your name, and I'm not even going to try because I will offend somebody. No longer just for kids. A dark adult fantasy movie with a couple of lulls. Well, it's a 12, my love. It's a 12-year-olds are still children, but they're touching teenage years. What do you mean? Can you define children? Why? I mean, it depends on the child as well. I mean, if they're really sensitive and they really scares them, there's some adults out there that can't watch the dark times of the Wizarding World. This is what happens. This is reality. It is reality and it's dark times. But yes, you need to... Where are we saying about children? Because it is a 12, okay? And all 12-year-olds are different. Some can handle it, some can't. I mean, you're saying it's no longer just for kids now in Deathly Hallows Part 1. Well, I'm sorry, but I personally think the Buckbeak in Prisoner of Azkaban, that's not for kids. I think it got dark in Chamber of Secrets. Did you not see that, Basilisk? Where have you been? Just got dark in Deathly Hallows Part 1. What is wrong with you? They're a 12 anyway. So, The Little Songbird, my dear. My personal favourite of the Harry Potter movies so far. Ah, that is because you've given it 9 out of 10 stars. I am in the wrong section all of a sudden. What is going on? Okay, so anyway, let's do this now. I did wonder, I was in the wrong section. Let's try this again. Harry Potter and the movie of beautiful scenery and not much else, also known as Harry Potter Goes Camping. Okay, so Deathly Hallows Part 1. Okay, just for people that don't quite understand. It is the build-up for Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, you need the build-up for Deathly Hallows Part 2. You need the build-up for everything because you need to know exactly what's going on. Yes, we know Voldemort is bad. We know he is bad. We know Harry seems to scathe death quite a lot during these films. And is he going to do it again? We get that. But you need that build-up. We can't just suddenly go to a fight scene. And they tried not to cut things out. This does Maiden, right? Nearly every person has said they don't include a lot out of the books. They have tried to give as much detail as possible and had to split it in 2 films. And you're still moaning! Oh my days! Stop it! No, I can't even read your comment. No, that is not a review. Awful, boring, drawn out, long-winded. Again! You wanted more detail. You've got more. I'm getting cross. What is wrong with you people? You wanted more detail. They split it into 2 films to add more detail. I can't. Stupid muggles. Aren't they, guys? Oh, if you've read the book, the movie disappoints. I just can't do this. It's just like, there's no even any point anymore. I mean, like, why? What is wrong with these people? Great cast. Why did you give it a 1 star? Let's carry on with yours, because this is intrigued. For the most part, wasted. And then they go on about each actor and how much screen time they got. Instead of concentrating on this galaxy of stars, we spend most of the time sitting in the mountains with Harry and Hermione. Because it's not concentrating on the most famous people that are playing characters. It's concentrating on the story. I think these are the worst reviews yet. I'm actually really cross. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put this video out. There might be some swearing, guys. There won't, I promise. I can't read your comment, review, whatever. It's not even a review, that. What's wrong with you? Harry Potter and the Random Series of Forest, completely lacking imagination. Have you not seen that tent? It's tiny, but you go in and it's massive. Imagination. I'll give you imagination. Boring. Really disappointed. The best Harry Potter ever. Are you kidding me? My first attempt in watching this movie, I fell asleep. There's a few people that have said this. Hang on. Hang on. Let me go. Wait. My first attempt in watching this movie. Oh, okay, this movie, I fell asleep. I thought they meant this is the first time they'd watched Harry Potter. I was like, well, you're going to start at number 1. No wonder you fell asleep. You didn't know what was going on. The second attempt was more successful as I managed to stay awake, but what on earth did I just see? The first 3 Harry Potter movies were mysterious and magical, and as Harry matured, he became stronger and skilled. After the 3rd movie, the Harry we see on screen is nothing but a plot device. He is nowhere near as impressive and no match at all for any bad guy. It's dark times! It's gonna get dark! I can't. Dull. Boring, don't waste your time with this or the second. Deathly Hallows Part 2 is very sad. It is very dark. Boring. That's a sick comment, review, whatever that. I can't. All they want is your hard-earned money. Well, yeah, but that's beside the point. Honey, is it over yet? A common phrase among theatre-goers with this film. No, it's not. You are over-exaggerating because you cannot possibly know that, can you? Worst movie ever, terrible movie. This is a terrible movie. It does not stand alone and present its own narrative, or on one level I can understand Harry and his classmates and such, but this just skims way over everything else. I admit to have not read the book, but the previous movies allowed for that and presented a unified story end to end, and this did not. Because there's a part 2. It says part 1. It says it in the title. Nearly swore. We've got a storm coming. You might have heard that in a previous video. I'm filming it on the same day. I'm filming 5 videos today, hence the same clothes. Anyway, back to the roasting. If you like watching black cats in lightless caves in the middle of the earth, you'd like the DVD of this movie. What? So I saw the reviews of the movie and thought it would be pretty good. I had also read the book, which was, of course, subdivided into 2 movies. That's right. They tried to add more detail. One problem with the book and this movie is that one is somewhat lost without having had the experience of the previous book/movie. The Half-Blood Prince Notwithstanding the teenage Sturm and Drang. Are you drunk? Cryptical parts of the story are contained in Half-Blood, but that is the least of problems with this mess of a presentation. Okay, I'm not quite understanding what you're meaning here. You kind of lost me when you put gobbledygook. I'm a bit kerfuffled. Right, we'll go to the next one. Made it. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. That's what it's called. Oh, here we go. Ever since David Yates took over the directing of the Harry Potter series, the film has become uninteresting and surely very confusing, as it misses the most crucial messages from the book. It does miss some messages with space. I'm not repeating myself. What has got to be, though, these ones that are saying boring, disappointed, it's because Deathly Hallows Part 1 is a build-up, and they've split the two films, the book into two films, right? To try and add a bit more detail where they can. They've not cut it even more down, so it's one film. They did it into two films. Probably because they want your hard-earned money, like someone else suggested. But they've done it for another reason, obviously for our benefit, so we can hear more of the story. But people are still, now they're moaning it's boring. You've got a bit more detail. And most of these people say they'd sit and watch an 8-hour, like if the films had everything and it was 8 hours long, they'd watch it. Don't believe you anymore. Do not believe you. Poor from beginning to end. Dan, how can anyone say this was a good film? I like the books and the films are bearable because you like the books so much, but this was just so poor. What? How has Dan, Emma and Rupert's acting got worse in 10 years? No, I think it got better. There is a scene in Prisoner of Azkaban and Harry gets really upset outside Hogsmeade because he's just heard Sirius is his godfather and what he's killed his parents. And he tries to look really angry and it just makes me laugh. You need to watch that scene. When he comes out with the invisibility cloak on and he sits on a rock and then Hermione pulls the cloak off and she starts talking to him, you'll know which bit made me laugh. You need to watch it if you don't already know and remember with that and why I'm laughing at it, because it is really, really bad acting. Sorry, Daniel, not that you're watching this, but just in case you are, I'm sorry and I love you. Part 1, because if they showed any more in one sitting, you would vomit. They've added more detail. I can't do this. Why are people so stupid? Why can't people just be happy? I know you can't please everyone. Characters out of character. Oh. The 7th movie, Part 1, leaned too heavily on the dark and depressed theme. It's dark times, alright? It's dramatic, it's film. If they'd included anything else other than that, everyone would say it was boring. Oh my days, what is, just shush. Your opinion is irrelevant. They're not going to redo the film for you, are they? Just ring David Yates up. Excuse me, everybody get their clobber back on. We're refilming and this person has re-scripted it and David Yates will give you the floor. Yeah, didn't think so. Not even close. I read the reviews, I considered the odds. Right, let me tell you something, guys. Something I've always done is ignore reviews, alright? I've got my own mind, my own opinions. I am not someone to follow the crowd and trends. I am not like that. I am my own person. I do my own thing, right? After reading these 1-star reviews, it's put me even more off ever looking at reviews before I watch something or whatever, visit somewhere, reviews on anything. I never look at reviews. No, I'm lying. I do sometimes when it comes to maybe if we're going on a family day out and the place is expensive, I don't want to waste my money, so I will try and look at reviews with Matt, but yeah, 9 times out of 10, let's say, I don't look at reviews. I've got my own mind, my own opinion, I'll see it for myself. Do you know what I mean? This has been the worst so far. I can't wait for Deathly Hallows Part 2, can you? I bet you can't. Oh, I bet you can't. No magic again. There was plenty of magic, but it was quite dark. What's wrong with these people? This did not need to be 2 movies. I'm done. But the thing is, all this happened, right? So they would have had to have cut the moving round in the tent and the hiding. They'd have had to have cut all that out, and then a lot of people would go back to the it's not true to the book. Shut up! This movie sucked So do you, Fiery Lord. What? I can't read that. I don't even know what. This is not a review on a film that we watch. I'm just going to shush now because I can't even say. Oh, boring. They've emphasised it. They've put more O's in. Disappointed. I'm going to read yours actually. In this movie, you will see Harry Potter in tents all over the country, listening to radio and doing nothing. That's a lie. It's an absolute lie. You didn't watch the movie properly, and that is not a spoiler, as there is nothing to be seen there. Was this helpful? No, it wasn't. Disappointing. Again. Oh. Deathly Hallows was obviously written with the big screen in mind, so hopes were high that Yates would manage to not ruin this movie. He did it anyway. Who would ever have thought that the first two movies would remain the best by far? Starting with 3, the movie makers took over and any soul out of the story. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows is no difference. Here are the worst missed chances and screwed up scenes. Oh, we have a clever person here. Someone trying to be clever. Departure of the Dursleys. No nice words from Dudley for Harry whatsoever. Just pack and leave. Okay, I'll give you that one. Harry's kiss with Ginny. No guilty feeling for Harry. No Ron. No confrontation. Instead, Fred with a toothbrush in his ear. Don't diss that. That is a great scene. Morning. The wedding. Too short. No emotions. No glamour. Aunt Muriel. Doesn't really happen. Right, okay, I get it. But if they'd prolonged that out, they've tried prolonging, they've split it into 2 films. They could have made it 1 film. I can't do this anymore. I give up. Harry Potter fans, what are you doing? They're not fans anyway, they're muggles. These people are not Harry Potter fans. We cannot compare them to us, can we? We can't. I can't read any more of your comment. No, I can't. The deadly boredom. I see what you did there, but it wasn't very clever. Just saying. Not wise to have 2 parts for last instalment of Harry Potter. What have you got to say? I had to make this review because it's really frustrating of how drawn out Harry Potter is. You want more detail or not? I'm going to need some wine when I've done this. And it is only 12:10. Dinner. And it's a school day. I just can't. These, honestly. Upset this wasn't combined with final film. The fact that the final book was broken into 2 parts upsets me like no other. Why? It's not even the longest book in the Harry Potter series. No, I know. But everybody's moaning. No, I can't. I can't. These people are ridiculous. And have we come to an end here? Do you know what? Let's have a look at an overall score, shall we? Let's have a look. Let me go back on it. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. Right, so overall it's had 7.7 out of 10, right? So basically 8 out of 10 as a whole. And 8 seems to be the highest score, okay? And 2 star is the lowest. And then 3, and then 1. That makes me happy. So all your comments that are relevant, they obviously just, yeah. But yeah, this film was given 7.7 out of 10. And it's got 572,000 ratings, sorry. So that makes me happy. Right, that was tiring and I need wine. That was tiring and I need wine now. That was absolutely ridiculous. But it's always fun to roast people and it does make you feel that bit better, but this one drained me because this whole time they've been going on about that they want the films, the books, the films exactly like the books. Yes, they've missed some bits out that upset me as well, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But now they've split 1 book into 2 films to get a bit more detail in. They're still not happy and I can't deal with this. People just do my head in. It's weird. I am a people person, but today I'm not. I'm not. I don't ever want to see any of these people with your 1-star reviews that don't make sense. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed now because I'm absolutely shattered. And then I'll start planning for Deathly Hallows Part 2. I'm sure that'll be up in a, month or 2. and then we'll move on to Fantastic Beasts. Thank you so much for joining me though, guys. You've helped me get through this. You really, really have. Your company, I love your company. I love hanging out with you. I really, really do. So thank you very much for hanging out with me today. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. A massive thank you again to my channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, Poppets.